Hi everyone, this is Heather Smith with Storyville Photography, and today I'm going to show you how to use some of our new overlays and brushes in our holiday magic pack in Photoshop. So this is the first image I am going to edit. My daughters and my little niece and nephew, aren't they adorable? Anyway, so the first thing I like to do is pull up the Storyville Holiday Magic Pack, and when you open this up you will see we have a bunch of overlays and brushes and window frames. I can show you a quick example of all of them. So that's everything you get in the overlay pack. You have some lanterns, some lights, and some sparkle overlays, snow, frost borders, all that fun stuff. And then we have some brushes. This is an example of the brushes that you'll get in this pack. And then some window frames. If I can, there we go. And you will get a collection of window frames as well. And these work in Photoshop, guys. So I like to have that open, and then I can just pull and drag what I need to. So this is the before image, and this is the after. So, and I also went really crazy here, guys. You don't have to go all out. You can do it as simple as you want or get as crazy as you want. I went crazy here. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on the window frame that I'm going to use. In this case, it's window frame number 10. And if you need to, you can resize by just pulling on these little arrow things, or move it around, do whatever you like. If you opened it up without dragging and dropping, all you have to do is select the frame, copy it, paste it, and then Command T will free transform it, and you will be able to do the same thing. So I like it as is. We're going to hit the OK. And some of the frames will come with a little blur on to them, and some will not. If they don't have a blur and you'd like to add it, just add like a Gaussian blur filter. Just go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and then I would do it at a low percent, maybe like 6 to 9%, but you could go crazier if you'd like. Also, some of them are wood, some are black, some I have done, it just kind of varies. But in this case, I don't have a black frame exactly like this. So an easy thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a black and white filter onto it. And also, guys, let me close that for a second. If you just want to adjust the brown and like maybe add a color, just grab a hue and saturation palette and then click on the down arrow. Oops, it's got to be right over here. And it will only affect the frame. So you can play around with different tones, different colors, whatever you'd like. Crank the saturation, tone it down, whatever. But for the tutorial purpose, I'm just going to change it to black and white and hit the down arrow so it's only affecting the frame. Grab a curves adjustment layer, down arrow so it's only going to affect it, and then just pull it down to where I like. I enjoy having a little bit of the white. It kind of reminds me of a frost and a rustic look, so I'm going to go with that, and that looks good to me. And the next thing I'm going to do is pull up the pack again, and this time I'm going to go into the overlays, and I want to grab the light strings number 1. So I'm going to just drag that on there, set it to screen mode, and again, just free transform it, or you can just drag, if it's dragged and dropped, it's already set up for you that way. So I'm just going to set it in there, little window light, and I'm going to copy that, Command J, and then I'm going to free transform it, Command T, and I'm going to come over here and put it right there, size it down just a teeny bit. And I'm going to do that again, copy it, just so it's going around the whole frame. You could just leave it up at top. You can not do the lights at all. It's really just a personal preference. Come down here and copy that again, transform it. There we go. That looks good to me. So let me group this together. That's the before and after with that. And also, I don't really want these stragglers. You can leave them as is, or you can add a layer mask to the group and just brush them off Okay, and that looks good to me. So I'm going to go back into the pack, and I am going to grab the, let me find it, Crazy Festive Overlay. And this is really, really intense and crazy and bocalicious. It can be kind of much for some, but I like it for this image. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to set this, you can play around and see what works best for you out of the blending, the blending modes there. And I'm going to turn this down a little. And you can always play around with the opacity at the end there too, make adjustments. And then I'm going to take a black brush at 100% opacity, and I don't want any of it on them, but because this layer is so intense, you're going to have to gradually grab lower opacity brushes, if that makes sense, guys, or it's going to look really weird. Like if I came up here like that, it just looks really weird because I don't know. It makes it look fake. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what other words to say. It just looks really fake. I mean, it's all fake, but so I'm gonna grab keep the black brush and just lower it and kind of brush off a little bit lighter, and it just helps it blend a little bit more. And you can always add more, go back and forth. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time for this tutorial purpose, but I would just keep going back and forth with the brush to make it blend really well. So that's the before and the after. And the last thing I want to do is add snow. In the pack, we have some snow overlays, or I also have a brush that I'm going to show you how to use since we haven't used any brushes yet. Down in, here we go. Okay. White brush, 100% opacity, and you can play around with the sizes by using the bracket key. So you can have some big ones, you can lower it, sizing, whatever you want, and just kind of play around with it. And then if you don't want it completely over your subject's face like that, I'm not a fan of that, obviously, just add a layer mask and then grab a soft black brush at 100% opacity and just wipe it off their face. And then to take it up a notch further, add another layer mask, come into here, and I also have some fun little brushes for you, like scattered star brushes, and then some with the particles. I just love it. So I'm going to grab the Storyville Scattered star brush with the particles, and I'm going to decrease the size, and you can just act like little fun magic is coming out before and after. And that about does it. So group it together, and that's the before, and that is the after. I'm going to come on over and show you one more, if I can find where it is. Okay, here. So I already did this, but I will do it again just to show you guys. That is the before, and then this is the after with some of the fun brushes in the pack. So before and after. First thing I'm going to do is grab a layer, a blank layer, and I'm going to come into here and grab one of our Reese brush. There's two of them, and I believe I used this first one. I'm going to have it white because I want some white bokeh on here, and just click, and it looks like it's lit up and sparkly. I'm adding a layer mask because I don't want the bokeh lights to go over the bow. And I'm just going to take a soft black brush at 100% opacity and mask that off. So easy, guys. And it just adds like a little bit of magic. I'm going to grab another layer. And then I'm going to come into here and grab our single star brush. And I'm going to turn it down a lot. And it's going to look like this little tree kind of has sparkly lights. I'm not going to spend too much time, but you can really have some fun with these brushes. Again, use the bracket key to make it smaller, larger, whatever you'd like. And then I'm going to come over here, add some more really quick so I don't bore you guys. Sorry if I am already boring you guys, but okay. Now moving on, I'm going to go grab the Storyville window lights number 2, and you don't have to use it for just window, guys. They're a lot of fun. I'm going to keep it right there and hit screen mode and move it up and drag it out just a little bit. And that looks good to me there. There we go. And now I am going to grab one of the snow overlays. So we used a brush in the last one. Here we're going to use one of the overlays. If I can find what I did with it. Sorry guys. Oh, here we go. Duh. Right in front of my face. Okay. Screen mode. Make sure you pull it all the way out so you don't get any weird looking lines on the edge of your photo. And if there's any snow where you don't want it, just add another layer mask with a soft black brush and wipe it off of your subject. And then, even though I didn't use it here, I just kind of want to show you some of the fun scattered brushes. Well, yeah, we only really have 2 fun scattered brushes with the stars, but one has like the particles, and then one has none, and then a different type of star with the same, the particle stuff. Anyway, just fun. So that's a single scattered, and then you just kind of like, woo, how fun is that? Lots of fun if you ask me. So that's one of them, and then let me grab right here. More fun. So you can even, like, if you have a frame or a border you just want to like kind of surround in, makes it sparkle a little bit and just so much fun. So anyway, turn that off because that is not what we are showing you. Group this together, and then before and after. You can find everything that I used here on the Storyville website at www.storyvillephotography.com. Thanks guys, have a great day, bye!